Hello, it's Nikki. Welcome to day 9. If you've been around here for a while, you may have heard me sharing this story before. And the story is about a log flume. If you're not in the UK, you might know this as a different name, but I will describe it the best that I can. It's basically like a roller coaster that goes on water. And it feels like you're kind of in a boat. And there is ultimately a point where you get to the top. You might know it if you're in America as Splash Mountain, where you get to the top, you feel the tip, and then there's suddenly a big drop and a big splash at the end. And I often use this analogy in my talks and really use it in my own life because I find it really grounding to know where I am. And that's been one of the most valuable tools, I guess, in my life, is to actually look or to sit in the discomfort or to be in the moment. I think so often we can go, well, oh no, we'll just hide from that, or we'll just be wildly optimistic and hopefully it will be fine. And I've really learned to do that in so many different ways. And this analogy is great for that. So, the log flume. You get on the ride, and the first bit is very slow. It's very easy. You feel like you're sauntering around the theme park. You may even see your friends and family. You give them a little wave, and you carry on. You may have a few moments on that ride where there's a few little drops that you weren't expecting. But your heart might just rest after that and say, oh, okay, all right, that wasn't the big one. Phew. Okay, great. We'll carry on. And then there's a moment where you know that the boat starts to feel different. The way that it connects to the track is starting to take you to a new place. And you feel it, the way that you sit in the seat, the way that you may be gripping on a little tighter, and the way that your body feels in that chair as you start on that ascent. And you know, once the bottom of that boat has connected in a different way, the only way that you will be able to get out of this situation is to get to the top and ride it through. And as you go up to the top, it probably gets a bit darker. And the feeling on the boat might be like, oh no, it's coming. And some people might start getting wildly excited at that point, like, here we go. And suddenly the atmosphere changes. And then there's a moment where you get to the top. And there's always a very clear moment where you feel the tip. You feel the tip of the boat of like, okay, brace yourself. Hold on tight. Here we go. And then you get that splash. And then it gathers speed. And then you actually get that adrenaline rush of, I think I could do that again, or that wasn't so bad, or that was much more fun than I thought it would be. What else can I go on? And that sense of satisfaction, that sense of adrenaline, that sense of, oh my goodness, I actually did it, will carry you through forward. Here's how the story can apply in terms of looking at your year that has gone by. I want you to think about the moments that have allowed you to complete the ride. And maybe there's those moments where you've made huge progress this year, and that really has to be acknowledged. I know that we can do this sort of, oh, well, it just kind of happened, or like, it was a really simple thing, actually. No, you know that I will be here every step of the way saying, please celebrate all of those moments because they are important. But what I've noticed over the year is that there are some things where I've completely and utterly finished and completed the ride. I've got the picture, I've got the fridge magnet, I've got the mouse mat. Yes, I've done it. And then there are some things that I felt like I've just been going around the first bit. I've been waving to the friends and family. I've been assuming that just being on the ride is enough. And actually, I know and I want to remind myself, because again, this is really important, that I can complete the ride. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to go through that uncertain bit, that dark bit, that bit where I want to scream or just close my eyes or get off the ride or not see it through. Because maybe I haven't done it before. Maybe I don't feel confident. Maybe I feel a bit out of my body in this moment as I'm learning how to manage myself. And so some of the things that I really want to look at is what made me, or what was the catalyst, I guess, to the things that I actually did of saying, this time I'm going to go for it. This time I'm actually going to take the action. And the things that I didn't do, the things that essentially, like, I'm kind of on the ride and I'm waving to my friends and family and thinking that's enough. Maybe it's an area in your life, and I've done this so many times. I think that I'm dealing with an area of my life just by learning about it. I know this comes up a lot with my clients before, and 10 years ago, this happened a lot with me where I really wanted to increase my income. And I thought the way to do that was just to keep learning, keep absorbing more podcasts. I bought more and more books about it. And yes, of course, all of those were very, very useful. But I needed to do the action. I needed to get to that point of the ride where I tipped in to being on the track. Because quite often the learning bit and the absorbing of the information can just be the waving at the friends and family moment. And I knew that in order to change money situations, not only for myself, but I've done this so often with packaging and pricing with my clients, is there has to be a moment where they do the uncomfortable thing, where maybe they start looking at their bank account every single day. Maybe they carve out some time to actually look at the numbers. Maybe they do that bold move of cancelling subscriptions or writing a list of actually what they spend on things. Those are the things that tip into the point where maybe you might have to grip a bit harder and work through it. And do you know what? You might even enjoy that process. I know that when we were moving into this house, it felt like 5 months of being in that dark tunnel of going, okay, let's go. Yeah, right, we're still here. Come on, we can do it. There was so much of that. And there were sometimes, I'm not going to lie, that I just wanted to run away and go, I don't want to be on this ride anymore. It's too much. It's too complicated. This is never going to happen. We're never going to get the photo finish here. But we did. Thank goodness, in the end. It took a while, but we got there in the end. I would love to know where you are on the log flume. And please be kind and generous with yourself as you do this exercise. Because the temptation can be like, I haven't done that. I want you to look at the big and the small areas of your life and really acknowledge, actually, maybe it's like I've got into a really good reading routine with my child, or you make sure that you get outside every single day. And maybe a couple of years ago, you didn't do that because it wasn't a priority, whatever it might be. I would love to know, as always. You can send me a message, hello@nikkiraby.com. You can also go to my Work With Me page. There's loads of things to get tucked into. There is a freebie section. All of these episodes are part of an online course now, so you can go and log into that. Just go to the freebie section of my website. If you want to become a one-to-one client, I would love that also. There's workshops, there's programs. Get stuck in, basically. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much for being with me. As always, I'm sending so much love, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.